Welcome to another episode of Just Friends with Abdullah, with your host, me, Abdullah. This is kind of something unusual, completely unscripted that I'm going to be talking about today. It is just a thought that I had yesterday that was kind of like, it was a very interesting thing that I went through, that I thought of, and I thought of sharing it with you guys, and giving you probably maybe a piece of my mind about it. And as I was walking yesterday in my neighborhood, I realized how the word friendship has changed tremendously, probably in the last maybe 50 to 30 years, if not even, not even less than that. But it has really changed a lot, I think, especially in the last 15 to 20 years. The friendship that we know, the common terminology that is accepted among most people is people that you have hobbies, you share the same values, and people that from different backgrounds, you kind of share special moments and moments of fun and enjoyment where time flies and you don't really think of any kind of stresses or negativity or pain, any of those sort of things. But what has happened recently is I hear a lot of people talking about how they've lost friends throughout the years. Even I've lost friends, and I've lost touch with many good friends, and they've drifted away for a multitude of reasons that I'm not going to really get into. And I've talked about friendship before in another episode. I'll link it in the comment section, in the description. And but this is from a different angle and a different take. And the different take is, a lot of people that I speak to have said to me they've lost friends over the years, over the stupidest things, and not just maybe arguments or fights, but they've also drifted away from each other, and that they've lost friends and drifted away from each other. For many reasons, family, moving abroad, different, probably different plans, different directions in life. But I think this has made me think about how people perceive friendship now and how they deal with people today. And I think that definition has totally, completely changed. I think friendship today is really about the moment. Not about the future and not about the past. It is about the moment. What I mean by that is I think human beings go through different phases in life, and we are now in a time and age where many things are happening across different phases, and I feel like we just plug in people in our lives within those phases to enjoy those moments with, and we plug them out when we are done with those phases. So if you're somebody who had a phase of partying, going out, enjoying the nightlife, maybe traveling, having a good time with friends, doing certain activities, you had friends who enjoyed those activities or those adventures with you. Now that you probably have a direction or a new way of looking at life, a new direction, probably you want to start a business, you probably want to get married, you probably want to just maybe seek a more secluded private life. Those circle of friends completely change, and it's nothing malicious or bad or just seen as a bit of a bit of like separation between you and those group of friends. It's more about, I think, just a new phase in life, and you understand that those friends represent a certain type of environment and you don't want to be associated with that type of environment anymore. I think we are living in this age of having friends within the moment. So I don't know if there's a term that I can think of, moment friends, maybe friend moments, moment friends. I don't know, guys. Help me out. Maybe tell me in the comments what you could call this. But it is a different facet, and it's a completely interesting phase of how to connect with your fellow man or woman. uh, and it is fascinating to me, to be honest, because now when I realize all these friends have that are drifted apart from maybe my life or other people's life, it hasn't necessarily drifted out of animosity or just hard feelings. No, it would nothing like that. Just people have different phases, and people have different times and different values, and now I think because of the wealth of information that we receive, because of our interaction and our access to social media and the things that we are exposed to on daily basis, our information or our perspectives get refreshed very very fast, and in every single moment. And someone that we valued as maybe a good friend with similar values in 2024, we probably don't look we don't look at the same things, or we don't enjoy the same things in 2025, and that's just the nature of the world that we live in now. It's so fast paced. I think this could be a little bit different in maybe cities, not major cities. I think maybe in communities that are very isolated from major cities, because I feel like those have a set routine of the same people, the same environment, the same activities. So you're not gonna be really exposed to different things, which could alter how you perceive information and people. But in major cities all over the world, because of the access that we have, because of the ability to interact with anyone at any time, social media, we can literally change how we view the world probably every single day. And because of how we one day now someone can quit drinking, and if they quit drinking, all their friends were a circle of friends that go out and drink, and they're gonna feel awkward, they're gonna feel weird. Not that they have any issues with them, it's just that it's not part of their life anymore, and that requires change. For example, right? If you're somebody who doesn't really enjoy sports anymore, you're more about maybe just going on a fishing trips, or you like diving. The people that you used to climb mountains with, or the people that you used to play maybe 5-on-5 basketball on the weekend, that doesn't happen anymore. So those, you drift away naturally. And that's what I mean by now we are truly living in the friendship moment phase. Not the past, not the present, the friendship moment phase. And that friendship moment phase, it could be a very short-term phase, but it also could last many, many long years. Now, is that a bad thing or a good thing? If you're going to ask me my opinion, I don't think it's either good or either bad. I think there are merits to have friends that are going to stand with you for a lifetime, friends that are going to always be there for you and support you, and have your back, right? Because how can you stand with somebody? How can you stand with somebody through the thick and thin unless you know them inside out? And I can say this maybe from a slight personal experience. What I've realized is that a lot of these things don't really matter. It just comes down to the person. You could know somebody for 10-15 years, but they may not be able to help you in something that you need help in or support in. And this is something I mentioned in the other video, that when I talked about that every friendship has a limit. So it doesn't really matter if you've known somebody for a long time or a short time. It's just about values, and it's just about communication and having a kind of an understanding with each other. That's what's probably gonna come down to in your moment of need. And yeah, I mean, the world is so big. People just keep moving. People just keep changing locations. People are just not in the same spot anymore. It's just a constant movement of humanity all over the globe. And that creates an impact in terms of friendship, in terms of long-term relationships, whatever you want to call it. This is all impactful. This all carries weight ultimately. So yeah, I think this traditional mindset, or this traditional way of looking at friendships and developing friendships with people, I think that doesn't exist anymore. That's just gone out of the window. And if you're somebody who has always been, you have your ethics and your values, and this is the way I have, and my friends are, this is, you're probably also living in the friendship moment phase and you're not aware of it. um, and maybe you're disgruntled by not having consistent friends around the years and are on all the time with you. But I'm probably here to tell you that this is the world that we live in now. Globalization, a movement of people from villages to cities, and from cities to other cities, and from cities to different countries. This is life, the world of social media, where you can just become friends with somebody from 10,000 miles away from you. That's the nature of the world now. So I mean, this is just a thought that I came up yesterday, and I was just thinking about it, and it kind of makes much more sense that aside from the friendship of the moment, you also have friends who fit a certain hobbies and things that you like to do in this part of your life. So, and everything is a reflection of your friendship, your environment, the things you do, the activities you choose to do, the people who you associate with. Everything is a reflection of your personality in that moment. And as your personality keeps developing and growing through all of these influences that you have around you and in the world, you're gonna have newer friends, you're gonna have acquaintances, other relationships, all of that. But I think the solace in all of this, or the real message here, is it comes down to you, your principles, your values, what is important for you, what is something that you consider indispensable, very crucial to your environment. And if you want to keep those relationships, you keep those relationships with you, and you navigate everything else around it. And I guess that's just my thoughts on it. Short video, just a quick sharing of what on my mind. Let me know, guys, what do you think about this? Did you also go through these phases where you had friends always changing, constant changes, different friends, different environments, different periods? And does that kind of make sense now that no more we have this traditional way of having friends for 10, 50 years, 20 years? It's more about friends in the moment, friends in the phase that we're going through in our life. Is it something you're going through? Is it harder to find the friends that you want for yourself? Or does it now all click and now it makes sense? This is the world we live in today. Let me know in the comments.